You guys want to say the pre-podcast prayer before we start?
Yeah, we always do this before every show. We used to, you know.
Do you want to lead us today?
I mean, you have a guess. Do you want to lead or you want me to do it?
Go ahead, Blake.
Okay.
I trust you.
All right. My wife won't let you hold my hand, so don't worry about it. Dear baby Jesus, we're going to have stumbles and barriers throughout this episode, but we're here as friends. We're here to have a good time, and we're here to give all the people throughout the land a giggle or two. In your name, we podcast. Amen.
Amen.
You did an amen.
Amen.
Okay.
Does everyone have to say amen?
Yeah, because otherwise it won't come true.
It's true.
Otherwise,
No, it's
I don't
true.
think that was not blasphemous.
Why are you laughing?
That's not blasphemous. It was a good prayer.
I was
Right?
laughing at his
Beautiful.
jokes from last. Welcome to Couch Pilots, all of my friends. It's the show that dares to fly into the unknown territory of awful television. Pilots of the best. My name is Jason, but you can call me Mr. Tosher, and by my side, as always, is Mrs. Clayton. Because like Mr.
Yeah,
and Mrs. Smith,
like
the
that.
show we're watching.
Yeah.
But
That was good.
yeah,
You know what? On my birthday, I was Mrs. Clayton because
what's that mean?
I got told by Mr. Clayton, "We're leaving the bar. You're done."
Oh, I thought it was something like sexual role reversal thing, and I
no.
didn't want to hear anything about it.
No.
After a while, you gotta get a little freaky.
Sure,
to
you
keep things
gotta
fresh.
change it up. You know.
My sister's nodding. She's been married for 10, 12 years. I don't know. I don't want to know what that means.
I was 14.
Almost 14?
You were 14 when you got married.
I was.
They got
I
married
was
in
sold.
Arkansas.
Nice job, guy.
He was only 12.
Did you guys meet at a Buffalo Wild Wings?
That's a joke because he liked an underage girl for some reason there.
I didn't like her. I just complimented her.
Are you sure she was underage? Please say she was over 18 at least.
She probably was over 18.
Oh, yes.
I really just looked at the yoga pants. Is all I was really looking at. Come on, guys. I'm not a Catholic priest. Awesome. Oh wait, they don't like girls either. That's wrong. I just said a prayer and then I made a joke like that. That's not really good. Sorry.
I'd be living on a prayer if I were you. We have a guest today.
My name?
Oh,
Hold
that's
on.
a good way
No,
to start.
I know it. Hold on a second. Let me get my phone out. Hold on, I got it. The guest. I know she's my sister. There it is. I keep forgetting you have a different last name now. That's why I couldn't find it. This is my sister, Sarah.
Oh.
She's married. She has a different name. Welcome.
Thank you.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
How are you?
Great.
Do you remember the Jefferson Starship, Jefferson Airplane song, Sarah? I bet no guy has ever put that on a mixtape.
That's the best song.
Sarah, no time is a good time for goodbye.
What year did that come out?
I love you like no other ever loved you before.
You're ruining it.
Hurt me. No one could ever hurt me more.
That's a great song.
It was a good song. Has a boy ever made that on a mixtape for you?
Mixtape.
We're
No.
all old enough in here.
Yeah, come on, guys. Let's be canon.
Yeah, let's all be canon for a change. All right.
No one ever made me that song.
Well,
but my dad used to sing it.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. It's so good. Actually, it was on the other day before work, and I was having a bad day, and I was like, yes.
Is this Light Rock 107 that you heard it on?
I have satellite radio.
So what? Okay, so what?
Humble brag.
Yeah, no kidding.
Throwing your money around. What is this, Kevin Clark?
What satellite station had the song on?
I'm wondering if it was the blend, which is like 16, channel 16. Sorry, guys. I don't know. I'm just sorry.
Sarah was on an episode recently, or a couple months ago now, I guess, on
Christmas.
Karaoke Big E.
Yeah.
She did the Christmas episode with her brother where they sang an incestuous song together.
We
Yeah,
did.
that's good. Well, and this is kind of a, for her father to sing this song to her, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
you really grew up in a very...
Slightly demented.
I mean, if we listen to the lyrics, I don't think your dad should have been singing this to you.
What about the Styx had a song, right? Lorelai?
Yeah.
Is it,
Lorelai, let's live together, which is okay because she was a baby.
and she does Live With Me.
Right, yeah. See, it takes two. I mean, it takes the whole family.
It takes two to make the thing go right?
Yeah. You guys read way too into the words.
Hey, you know what?
Good tune.
Are blowing in your eyes. Now this is a band. They were so good. They were so good that in the 70s they had a name for their band, and they changed it and still were famous.
Really?
It was Jefferson Airplane, and then they became Jefferson Starship.
And then they became
Just Starship.
Then they became just Starship. That's
Right.
right.
Yeah,
And,
and
then we
then-
built this city.
Right. And fun fact, this was the second tape I ever bought. The first tape was Styx, Mr. Roboto.
Wow, I remember you saying
Yeah.
that. That's such a weird first one. Such
And
a
I got it at the mall.
Sam Goody or or Music Town USA.
Yeah. Ooh, it was,
Music Land.
might have been Music
Do you like
Land.
Music World or Music Land? Well, I know one's in Florida.
Right. I would rather go to California, so I'd say
Music Land.
Music Land for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, and this is back when tapes came in these really hard, big, huge security.
Hard to steal.
Hard to steals.
Yeah, we wanted to steal them, but it was very hard.
Right.
My first cassette tape was To the Extreme by V-Ice.
Nice.
I remember I had sexy babysitters, but they were sexy just because I thought they were older girls.
Right.
And I remember being up late watching MTV, and we had to watch Vanilla Ice music video over and over again, so I got that cassette.
Nice. Sarah, what was your first tape?
I feel like it was Ace of Base.
Oh, I was going to say Mr. Big.
That was Mr. Big. I used to love that song.
What was it? Be With You or something,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I did have that one.
Hold on, little girl.
Oh, God, yeah.
Show me what he's done to you. Like,
I think he just ruined it for you.
You did.
it's like, wake up, little girl. I was like, wait a minute. Tell me what
did
he's
love
done
that
to you.
song.
Wake up, little. Hey, little
How did you
girl.
remember that?
What's that?
How did you remember? I used to play it like on repeat.
I think I just heard it every day, all day, every day.
All day,
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Sarah, it's wonderful to have you here.
Thanks.
You have been in my studio before.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah,
What?
but it looks nicer than last time you were here.
Looks beautiful.
Thank you. How good does it look?
AKA the Pilot's
looks-
Lounge.
I rated a 7 on your scale.
Oh, look at that!
Well, she just sat in the
And
last
she was
season.
she was so happy when she said that. Like, she
knew it.
beamed with pride. She's like,
Look at me.
Yeah.
I could hear that synapse fire from here. Why are you here? Why did you come? I asked you to come, but why did you agree to do it?
Yeah.
I came for the tacos.
And you had them.
I did.
You could Uber out of here if you wanted.
That's all right. I'm kind of lame. I don't have anything else to do.
But don't you have kids to be watching?
Oh, who's watching? Oh, yeah, who's watching the kids?
Their dad.
My nieces. Are you guys going to adopt another kid?
No, we have lots of animals, and they're like my children.
How many animals equate to a human child? What's the algorithm for that?
Well, 4.5.
4.5 animals of any kind
Yeah.
equal one child.
And you have
Yes.
5 animals.
Well, no, she got 2 cats, 2 dogs, 9 chickens. So that's like
You have chickens?
it's like 10
And a
kids.
fish. Yeah.
Do you have chickens? My wife wants to have chickens.
They have large
Oh, they're
talents.
awesome.
And I said no, this is like, this takes weight. This is going to cost so much money. You know, because like in the wintertime, you have to
Yeah.
heat them and everything, and you have to leave a light on so they think
No.
the day is longer. So
Like
it lays
Motel
eggs.
You don't
6.
have to do
Yeah.
that. You can.
And then you have to plan a like a scraper budget every year because you have to scrape so much shit.
Sure.
That's probably the hardest part is cleaning up. But I only do it every 3 months. Like clean out their stuff and just shovel it.
Where does it go? Do you burn it?
I've tried burning it. It's difficult. No, I just bag it up.
Bag it up. I'll take it. And eggs. 9 chickens. You don't get 9 eggs every day. Do you get like probably 7 to 9 eggs every day?
Right now, I'm getting about 6. In the winter, though, it's like 1 to 2 because I don't leave a light on.
But you've heard that before that
Oh, yeah, it's
the
the
day's not
daylight.
long. The day's
Right.
not. There's
It's
not
exactly
enough
how they
daylight
lay.
for them to. Yeah.
Right.
She's had these.
That's how I lay
chickens-
too.
What's that?
Huh? In the daylight.
She's had chickens for a while now. She has never offered me an egg ever. Can you believe
Really?
that? I've
And-
always wanted like a
They're
real.
my eggs.
I wanted a fresh egg. Are you eating 6 eggs a day?
No, but we do eat a lot of eggs. Yeah.
As
But,
well,
yeah,
you should.
I will give you some.
She never once has offered me. I was like, I would love to have a fresh egg.
Yeah.
And then she never once said, hey, can I get you just 1 egg, a solitary egg, a 1/6 of a day's harvest.
You know what I would do? I would go to the store, buy a dozen eggs, and egg her fucking chicken house.
I might do that.
Guys are getting violent.
When we don't get eggs.
We get angry.
Oh boy.
Do you live in the city?
We live like right outside city limits.
So that's why you can have 'em?
Yeah.
But there's
well,
a-
you know, we
Chicken
never
City
really
limits.
asked.
But there is a house on my way to work, a really big, humongous
Pekin,
house.
it's different, I think.
Oh, great. Well, I don't want my wife to find that out.
I'll tell her. We'll tell her. It's cool. You don't have to worry about it. We'll tell her.
You have to tell her after.
Just
Which
get
puts
like
that damn-
4 or something.
But see, here's the thing: is I'll build a chicken coop. We'll buy these chicks.
Yeah.
And then the first week she'd be like, oh yeah, I got chicks. I'm taking care of them every day. And then it's gonna get cold outside. She'd be like, fuck that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the only one that goes out there. I just
You're
put on my gloves.
dedicated though, right?
Yeah.
Why do you put gloves on? Sickle cell
cold.
anemia?
Because I'm cold, like when it's winter time.
Oh, I thought you meant like gloves
No,
because
no.
you're afraid of getting a disease.
No.
We are genetically altered to be able to avoid sickle cell anemia.
Nice. How'd that happen?
With these needles into the cells.
Needles in the cells.
That's a good song.
Sing it for us.
Yeah, sing us needles in the cell.
I got needles in my cells so I don't die. Needles in the cells of my life.
That's good.
Thanks.
I don't like it.
Excuse me, it wasn't poppy enough for you.
Yeah.
Hey, why don't you tell us a Mountain Dew joke, Jason?
That's fucking old, man. You've really worn that thing.
I want your sister to hear one of your great
No.
Mountain Dew jokes.
I had one Mountain Dew joke that I told 15 years ago.
And I want you to tell it to your sister because
No.
I'm sure she's never heard it before.
I'll tell her when we're done recording.
No, I want you to tell her now.
You have put these listeners through enough with this goddamn mountain joke reference.
You make fun of me all the time. You go, are you proud of that?
Are you? You immediately when you say one of those things, you lose eye contact with me. You look away and you like smile and you're like I know. Okay, I'll tell her the joke. That's fine.
Tell me.
Most people wait until the end of junior college to do their speech class, right?
Okay.
So like I was a real cut up in that class. All right, I was a real class clown. And I was pretty funny. I had some funny speeches I gave. But in one day, they said something about who drinks Mountain Dews, right? And at the time, it was all those commercials where guys were like flying out of airplanes and like throwing their carcasses off of mountains and stuff. And so as soon as he says, who drinks, because I think we're trying to come up with a speech that persuasive towards people. Or I said, who drinks Mountain Dew? And I yell out, mountain climbers. But what I was thinking in my head was extreme sports enthusiasts, but I couldn't get it out. And as soon as I said mountain climbers, the whole class was silent. I looked like a real fucking jerk. And it always stuck with me. And Blake loves to bring it up show after show. And you know what? I'm owning it. So, you know, you look like the jerk.
I do look like a jerk. But yeah, that's his comedy style. Awesome! He's actually gotten better over the years.
That probably deep down hurts, right? No one laughed and
I mean, I'm talking about it now, right?
Yeah.
It's stuck with me.
Yeah.
Is it what made it what it pushed you to be like a sub-average like comedy guy? Mm-hmm. That's good.
Yeah.
I just think how bad you'd be if you wouldn't have told that joke.
Where do you fall in things? I mean, you're obviously very happy with all the choices you've made and where you are in life. Can you walk us through some of that?
Sure.
Walk us through the high points.
I cannot wait till death comes. That's I'm just waiting on death. I've done a lot. I've seen a lot. I've done more in my life than most people that are 44 years old have done.
That's true.
So
let's quickly name 50 things.
Was sexually abused as a child. Had sex with 100 women plus. Been married 3 times. Danced with the devil in a pale moonlight. Once played a fiddle against the devil. And I've seen 6 movies. So fuck me, right?
That is more than most people.
Yeah.
That can't be disputed. Anyway, thank you for being put in the middle of that, Sarah. And thank you, a preemptive thank you for all the eggs you will give me.
Is that why you had her on the show? Was just to make her feel bad about her eggs? Like your sister won't share her eggs with you.
He's been holding this in and just waiting for the perfect time.
I just want some eggs.
I thought you said you didn't want any more kids.
No. The eggs, edible chicken eggs.
Do they come out of the butt?
Yeah.
Chicken have one hole, right?
Yeah.
There's
like something that moves, you know.
It's called a clitoris, Sarah.
Kind of like your esophagus, how there's like a flap back
The
there.
epiglottis.
Yeah.
That's right. It moves for eating and breathing.
It's just the opposite end.
So they have a pee chute and a poop chute, and they just have
like a trap door that just goes.
Does it ever get loose and it goes?
I mean, I've never really got up close, but I've seen like drawings.
Now, have you ever had it where like they've gotten out of their cage and like you have to chase them, and then when you get them, you turn them upside down because they instantly fall asleep?
I never tried that.
No, you take them by the legs and you turn them upside down, and they will stop moving. They won't flutter around. They'll fall asleep. I saw it happen in Pennsylvania.
When you at Chrissy Fest?
Yeah.
Was that right before they like broke its neck?
No.
Okay.
That's
why I fell asleep.
Me and a guy from Florida who knew nothing about raising chickens were like, "Oh, look at all the chickens! Let's go into the chicken coop," and they're fast. You know, we
I was trying to help out.
So, you know, we like opened the door to the chicken coop, and we weren't as slick and sly and quick as we should have been, and they started getting out, and so we didn't know what we were doing. We're like, oh shit! And then BJ and his wife came out, and his wife just grabbed one and grabbed it by the legs and turned it upside down, and it just stopped moving.
Oh.
So
Does the egg come out the pee or the poop hole?
Poop hole.
It does?
do you wash it off then?
Yeah. You can leave them. They have like a coating around them, but
Sure.
you can leave them to sit on their counter at room temperature, and then when you decide to clean them off, that's when you refrigerate because you kind of wipe off that outer protection layer. You know?
Otherwise known as shit.
No, like it's like the protective layer of the egg, and then the poop sometimes.
Yeah,
it's like
it's like
sometimes they're real clean, like you can just crack them right into your pan, but sometimes she must have been having,
You gotta wait till they're
one of
hard
your
to rinse
days.
them off. Oh, excuse me?
it's like a placenta around an egg,
Yeah, egg
right?
senta.
Placenta.
Yeah. Oh, I see
Yeah,
what you're saying.
your baby is in in the placenta, right?
Well, sure. It's just like I don't know. You feel it slimy, like when you wash
Right.
it off.
That's
Sure,
like when
placenta.
when a
Placenta.
baby comes out, it's slimy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in like a.
Would you eat a placenta? You didn't eat any of the placentas from
No.
your two kids. But
No,
people
I didn't
do
ask
that.
that.
But people do that.
I think so.
You hold it and you rinse it off like a ball cap under some water and whip it back and forth like your hair, and then you let it dry and you throw it in a skillet.
Right. My first wife like took some of it and like put it across her forehead and like under her eyes, and then she's like, "I am now a warrior." And I was like, "All right,
Really?
whatever." Yeah.
Boy, that's insanity. Do we have any fan feedback?
Oh, sure. You want to do some family feedback, or let's
Yeah.
see here.
Can this be our fan feedback song?
Sure. Works for me.
Hold on. Oh, it doesn't work. I was trying to do the Cockstrong music.
Oh, yeah, it must be broke. Dee Dee sent us on Facebook. She sent us a picture of a girl, and it says, "And you know what to do tube" on it. I think she made it. You know what to do tube?
Yeah, I like
and
that.
And I said, oh, God dang it. And then she said, and then she also sent one, the result of the final descent of Air Force One after Me-Box episode. And it's just a picture of a airplane crashing into a big ball of fire.
Yikes.
So supposedly some people thought that was like aggressive.
I can see where they got there.
Chris Tuckley says, on International Blake Clayton Day, the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland sends its warmest wish to Blake and his fellow Sky Cop, Jason, along with its deepest and most sorrowful regret that one of our pilots, Adam Ducktox Me-Box, provoked you both into homicidal rage.
He's talking about Me-Box.
Yeah.
The final entry into the Tuckley 10. And oh, good Lord Almighty, what a terrible pilot that was.
Yeah, and he sent a link. It says, here's a different video from Mr. Buxton. To make it all better. And it was, holla back, girl, this my shit. And I didn't touch it.
I don't know if I can watch it either. Send it to me and I'll consider it, I guess.
Okay, this one is from season 18, episode 1, which is Carlton and your doorman.
Oh, yeah, it just came out.
Lori Garcia says, 18 seasons, dear God, that's a whole lot of episodes. Have you told people what I got you because you're the best co-pilot ever? You're so obsessed with me, you know I'm going to be your future ex-wife. By the way, Dee Dee, miss you. And then Dee Dee's...
I'm not getting married to Lori Garcia.
Why?
Because I have a girlfriend. I have a girlfriend. And it's not Lori Garcia.
What?
Yeah.
Do you really?
I like my girlfriend.
I like my girlfriend.
But Lori did send me something that was I think we talked about it
Yeah.
last time. It's pretty cool.
She must have skipped that episode.
Lori's a rad chick, but no, I'm not going to marry Lori.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Lori.
Dee Dee says, Lori Garcia, I miss you more. So they're going to have a fight about who misses who more. I hate that.
Mm-hmm. I don't
Hey,
like that.
Sarah, I've missed you.
I miss you more. I've
No, you're
missed
just
you
what-
more. What?
Forget it. Never mind.
I miss you much.
Now we're fighting.
Okay.
And then Dee Dee said, Lori Garcia, if you ever marry Jason, I have to be the bridesmaid. Lori Garcia one up her and says, Dee Dee, you're the maid of honor. And then Dee Dee says, Lori, only as long as... I hate when that does it. As long as we can have another wrestling match in Banana Pudding during the ceremony. And to me, that's all what it's all about.
That's all you can ask for, really.
Sure.
Is two famously known frequent flyers battling it out for banana pudding supremacy.
You want to do one more?
Yeah, let's hear one more.
Oh my God.
This is a case of life imitating art, imitating life. A couple of shows ago, Captain Restershire was relating a story about walking to school through the woods when he was young and finding hidden porn magazines.
Yep.
Well, the other night, doing the car park, because she cleans car parks,
Yeah.
I found 2 rubbish bags full of old VHS tapes. Our instructions are to call security for anything that we find. So he and I went through the 2 bags. They were full of 70s porn tapes.
I bet there were some.
Titles like Golden Drinking Water. So you can imagine what this guy was into. If the postage costs to the United States weren't so high, I would have donated it to the Captain's Lounge.
It's like the cleanest, dirtiest title I've ever heard.
Yeah.
funny.
Golden Drinking Water.
Yeah.
It's like, it means pee-pee.
PP. But, again, we better tell folks, because some people, might not call
put it out there.
We provide a service.
Yes, we do.
As pilots, we provide a service. If you find pornography in the woods.
Or you have your own pornography.
Or if you have your own pornography that you don't want to have anymore,
Yes.
let us know.
Bop, boop, beep.
Call the dial-in number.
910 Pilots 1.
Give us your address. When you'll be home, we will come pick it up,
Mm-hmm.
and we will dispose of it properly.
No questions
Yeah,
asked.
and we're not going to look at you and go, golden drinking water, huh?
Yeah, we know what you're
you
into.
Freak.
Nope. Put it.
You're so hydrated.
Yeah. Look at you. You can afford golden drinking water.
Right.
Put it in an opaque bag. We won't say anything. We'll
Sure.
put it in the back of the plane, and we'll take off right out of there. No charge. Free of charge.
And
And all
if-
of
and
your
if you-
pornography will be gone. You have nothing to
Yeah,
worry
and
about.
if you live in the big city or something, what we do is we kind of like hover around the city block, and either me or Jason propel from a
Right.
real long chain.
Yeah.
And we'll just as we come around, we'll grab it, just hold it out the window.
I think this is probably a good opportunity for us to kind of tell what we're doing with all this pornography we're finding.
Oh, okay. I mean,
You and I take it back to the distribution center.
sure.
We sort through it. Mm-hmm. We take all the porno in the best shape. We put it over here.
Right.
And then it's all original stuff, and all the duplicates
And
we
we
put
put
over
them,
here.
the originals that are still in good condition, we put them in plastic, put plastic sleeves,
Yep.
and then we put a grade on them.
Yep.
It's
Just like you do for like a
baseball card
yeah.
or comic book.
And then we're opening a pornography museum.
Yeah.
And that'll be in Chelsea in downtown Manhattan. And what we'll be doing is with all the duplicates, we will be flying overseas right before CouchCon, and we'll be distributing that to children in Africa who don't have access to pornography.
Well, and actually, we had talked to the NFL.
National Football League.
And the NBA as well.
National Football League.
Right. And we said, hey, I know every year you guys donate the losing team's championship shirts, to kids in Africa.
Those act as the parachutes for the pornography.
Sure.
tapes.
So why not put them in the boxes with them?
Just makes sense.
The kids can get like a Cleveland Browns Super Bowl championship shirt.
It's just more sense, yeah.
A VHS copy of
Yeah. A
know,
little something to wear.
Divers
little
Do It
something to
Deep.
watch.
Yeah.
You guys are so giving.
Well, that's what we're trying to do.
We take so much from people.
We take so much. We take so
so
much.
much.
And what we try to do is give back.
Yeah.
And
It's beautiful.
our podcast is it's been listened to in China, Iceland, the Netherlands, UK,
China.
Australia, China, United States,
Australia.
But we don't have a target market in Africa.
This is us spreading our seed, so to speak.
Yeah, so I mean, they can't listen to us because they don't have the internet or the ability to have electricity or stuff. So we're going to give those people something too, so we can touch everybody's hearts.
We know they don't have TVs. We know they
Right.
don't have VHS players.
Right.
They take
Even
the
if they-
tapes,
even if
they
they-
hold it up to the sun, and then they move it like this, and they can see the pornography using the sun
Sure.
through the film.
Yeah, I mean,
That's better than nothing.
sure. We don't. Do you want a bunch of little African babies unable to learn how to masturbate? Right?
No.
Service.
That's not what you want.
This show is built in the back of his back, Burbs.
Let's board this plane.
All right, let's do it. Sarah, watch your step. Watch your step.
Watch your step. All right, let's call our brother Ryan.
Oh, okay.
He's got important business to talk about. Hopefully, he answers. The
Really?
phone. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he does.
So we got to talk to him about the business.
About giving him the business.
Talk about the business.
No.
The business and giving you the business.
Hey, what's up?
Ryan, it's your brother Jason. I love you. I'm recording Couch Pilots. Is that cool? I'm here with Captain Philip Ressisher,
Hello.
Hello.
and I'm also here with your sister. She's also my sister, Sarah.
It's me.
Oh, hey Sarah.
Hi.
Ask me if he's ever heard of the Jefferson Airplane song.
Oh, have you ever heard that Jefferson Airplane song, Sarah with no H?
Maybe.
Sarah.
He would know the name Starship.
Do you know that song?
No, that does not ring a bell.
What?
Is there a song called Ryan?
I hope so.
I hope so too, brother.
Also by Jefferson Airplane?
That'd be great if, we talked to a guy a few weeks ago, Ryan, named Matt Farley, who writes a song about everyone's name. He's written almost 20,000 songs, and it includes everyone's name. That is true.
That is quite the undertaking.
Don't talk to me like that. Listen, in a few weeks, you have, this episode comes out on April 8th, and in less than a month from that, get out of your car, you'll be having your second annual video game-a-thon. Is that right?
That is correct, yeah, down in Bloomington.
What's the official name of that?
Bloomington Normal Video Game Convention. It is easy as possible.
And give us the dates and the time.
Yeah, May 5th, it's Sunday. It's going to have, 60 tables of games for sale, 50 different consoles all set up from the old Atari and NES stuff all the way up to the PS4 VR, Switch. Oh, man, I've got independent artists, and there are indie devs there, and we've got Daniel Pacina as our special guest. He's the guy who was the co-creator of Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat, one of the most classic fighting games of all time.
Wow, that's a good booking.
Yeah, and he does the voice for Scorpion, probably the most iconic of all of the characters and the
Get
voices.
over here.
That's exactly right.
That wasn't
I
good.
was just thinking about that when I talked to you last. It's not the voice. He did all the motion capture acting for those guys.
That's pretty incredible. So he's a man who is...
He did all the work, basically, for that.
He did all the work, and he had all the ping pong balls on his body, too.
Oh.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Will he be bringing the ping pong balls with him to the convention?
Yeah, I didn't want to ask him how to dress, tell him how to dress, but I hope so.
Anyway, I went to your convention last year, and it was surprisingly well attended and well run, even though you had Eric be the security guy. And but I'm excited to see it how it's growing this year. It sounds awesome. I'm excited for it. What are you most excited about?
Oh man, just the size. Honestly, last year was a surprise. We had almost 500 people show up, and it was a really good time. Family friendly. A lot of people came of all different ages. It was a blast, man. People, bought a lot of games. The vendors were happy. Like I said, there's free play games, so people had stuff to do all day. And this year, I think we're about double the people are going to show up.
Now, do you worry about not having enough water?
I'm sorry, what did you say? You're broken up.
He says, "Do you worry?"
Hey, I'm sorry. I thought we had a good relationship. Wants to break up.
He asked a really good question. He said, "Are you worried about having enough water?"
Oh no, not at all. We've got a hose.
You got a hose.
Oh,
and people
drink from a hose.
Yeah, that's a Seal song, right?
Huh?
That Seal song.
I was at a video game convention, had to drink from a hose. I played some games and bought some too. I had to drink from a hose in Bloomington.
That's ridiculous. People dressed up last year too, right? You had some cosplayers. Is that right?
Yeah, I said a cosplaying is welcome, but this year I'm having an actual costume contest.
Ooh.
And he's having tournaments too, and
What kind of tournaments? Like game tournaments?
First Blood.
Ooh. What about pole position?
Ooh, are you playing pole position?
No, we're doing Beat Saber.
Blake told me,
That was awesome.
we got here about 5 minutes early to record, and Blake was playing pole position before we got here.
What is that?
I'll send you a link. Anyway, I don't know. I wanted to call you and talk to you about that because I knew it was coming up in Bloomington Normal. I think it's a really cool thing that's happening. If you should, there's a Facebook event page? Is that right?
Yeah.
What else can you direct people to check this out?
Just look it up. Bloomington Normal Video Game Convention. Should
Sure.
pop right up.
That's all I got to do, folks. Okay, well that's it, I guess, for now. What's your favorite color?
Oh man, I gotta go. So you guys enjoy your night.
I love you. Bye. I was gonna hang up on him before he answered. He beat me to it.
Yeah, he's very sensitive about his favorite color. I mean,
He keeps it under lock and key.
Sure. I mean, but you guys know him. Like, you've seen him.
What we don't know is I try to get it out of him all the time. He doesn't
He's
tell us his
stubborn.
favorite color.
I think it's yellow. He just doesn't want to tell anybody.
Yellow is a very versatile color. I would not be surprised if it was
Yellow
his
is a
favorite.
fine fellow, if you ask me. we're here for a reason. I can no longer drink IPAs.
Why? They're too good. They're too delicious for you.
They're too delicious.
All right. Well, I won't offer you one again. I'll just drink them all.
I appreciate it, though.
Why can't you?
I just not.
They too strong.
Nah, I'm just not doing good with life choices.
Oh, is it relates to your birthday?
Oh no, I didn't get in any trouble with my birthday. You want to hear about it real quick?
I want to hear about your birthday.
I had a birthday. You want to hear about it?
Yeah.
So I got off work at 12:30 in the afternoon, and I said, I'm going to go straight to the Moose, and I'm going to start celebrating my birthday. No, it's not what I did.
Do you know what the Moose is? It's like a local lodge that you have to you have to get selected as a member and pay a fee, right?
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, it's a private club. But if you and your husband want to join, I can have.
Okay,
I can
can
give you
hook me
some.
up.
I can give you some pamphlets. I mean, you're still going to have to pay, but I can. But I said no. A 44-year-old man wouldn't do that. I went home and I took a 2-hour nap. Woke up at 3:30, baby. Took a shower, sprayed on some black suede. Love that Avon black suede. And I went to the Moose. Mm-hmm. So I took a 2-hour nap first.
Right.
Got there. All my rowdy friends were coming over tonight.
Nice.
I got in there and I had 3 buckets in front of me in the first 10 minutes.
Now 3 buckets. Each bucket includes 5 domestic beers.
That's correct.
So you had 15 beers in front of you.
That's how I started. But somebody made me a cake, so I had some cake.
What about your anal cancer?
Obviously the doctor's like, well, you know,
Damage is done, son.
whatever's going to happen is going to happen.
Live it up while you can. One of those buckets would turn into a commode, if you ask me.
Sure. And so I had a couple hours before Molly came. So I was like, let's hit it hard, but play it cool, you know? And she got there, and there was a brand new bucket. Golden
drinking water.
golden drinking water. Golden bottles of Blissfamous beerskis. And she's like, I thought you wanted to go to Palanza's. And I was like, I don't think we should. To drive all the way to Palanza's when it's like 7:30, it's not worth it.
No way.
And I didn't want to say I'm too drunk to go to Palanza's.
No way.
So we ate there. And then my brother showed up.
3 more buckets.
3 more buckets, baby.
Ouch.
And about 10 o'clock, she said, you, sir, are going home.
So you drank only beers.
Yeah.
Only probably
Cake.
Miller Lights.
Yeah.
Probably about a 3.8 alcohol
Yeah.
level. And you had 65, 70 of them.
I probably had 20 or 25, 23 beers.
How do you do that? Ouch.
It was over a span of time. I didn't have them all at once.
It wasn't over a span of a month, though.
Yeah.
Hey, it was my birthday.
Today we discussed the pilot episode of Mr. and Mrs. Smith from the year of our Lord 2000 at only 7. Great year.
2007, let me go back there and figure out my age. And my age at that time was 6 years older than you, and you calculated yours, so you were...
26.
Yeah, so I was 33.
No. Sarah, how old were you in 2007 if I was 26?
24.
24.
Yeah.
Our-
2 years younger.
We're almost 2 years, like 11 days apart.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
So there's an 11-day period where she is 1 year younger than I am. Are you about to make a joke about the phrase 11-day period?
Oh my God.
You think someone's got such a heavy flow that it lasts a week and a half?
I don't know how these things work.
I don't know how it works.
So did you guys
Let me
as-
break it down for you guys.
growing up
look at the moon.
growing up, did you guys have a lot of like co-birthday parties?
Every birthday.
Every
Yeah.
birthday. Every single birthday.
Yeah.
So you invited your friends and you invited your friends, and how did you decide what your theme was then, or did you just not have themed birthday parties?
Oh, we had a theme.
It was always Mr. Big, Be With You themed. All of our cakes look like a cassette of Mr. Big.
Except for that one year, you did get vanilla ice, though.
Yeah, I love vanilla ice cream. That's right.
Your mom said, "This year I'll get you vanilla ice cream. Just be quiet."
Thanks, Mom.
What is your fondest memory of your birthdays together?
Yeah.
Do you have one that stands out in your mind? I guess I should have pre-wrote
My
these.
memory is shit. It
Right.
really is. If you say something, it's
Really?
it is. You got one?
I can't think.
Okay,
No.
that's fine. That's fine.
Her memory is shit.
Mine is shittier.
That's fine. I was giving you a chance to guys do a little family bonding and kind of reminisce, but that's fine. We'll move along to what we got going on.
Okay. I was alive in 2007. You were alive in
I was
2007.
How old was I? 32?
32.
Yeah, 32.
32?
You're 6 years older than me. Yeah, that's just
32. I'm 44 now. That was 12 years ago.
everything
Yeah.
you're saying checks out.
Garrett was
Good math skills.
Garrett was probably
One or two.
Two.
Yeah, my
Two,
daughter was
so-
1.
yeah. All right.
But it's not 2007 now.
No, it's not. I mean, obviously, it's not 2000.
As much as we wish it was 2007 right now,
It's not. Right.
That's when you started IBWIP, 2007.
Oh wow, yeah, that was so. I was still then with
Mary Kay Letourneau.
yeah.
So, what were you gonna say though? 2007.
No, I just saying yeah.
I thought you were gonna say things that we didn't have back then, but maybe you weren't. I don't know.
Was there a time I'm supposed to do that? I thought it was later.
Let's go back to 2007. In our minds.
Sarah.
And
In our minds.
And to do that, we talk about things that happened in 2007 so we can go back there and relive that so we can properly judge this pile act.
Right, because in 2007 there was no Mr. Big, right, and
No.
there was no NyQuil,
No.
and
They had Dayquil back there. They
Yeah.
did not crack
Oh, yeah.
NyQuil.
there was never the method of counting sheep to fall asleep, and of course,
They had the Serta commercials, just not
Right.
the means to count sheep.
right. And the most two important things, there was no Courtney Cox and there was no Band-Aids. So, I mean, hello.
How did we even heal back then without
I
Courtney
think our
Cox?
moms just like super glued cuts together.
My mom used to have something called like
Duct tape.
she used to have something called duct tape. I never
Yeah.
understood what it was.
Put it over your guys' mouths and told you just shut up.
April 1st, World Wrestling Entertainment put on WrestleMania 23 in Detroit, Michigan. Remember when we watched WrestleMania last night?
Yeah, it was great. It was a great time.
My favorite part was like the moves, like the wrestling moves.
Oh yeah. Well, mine was like when that one guy did that thing you didn't think was going to happen, and everybody was like, "Holy shit!"
It was an IMDb
M. Night
Shyamalan twist.
Yeah.
At the end. Sarah, what was your favorite part of WrestleMania?
I didn't watch it.
What?
Oh, but you probably
Food. I come
But
for
you
the
probably
food.
read about it though.
yeah,
later,
but
right?
you probably listened to the heel versus face episode, which came out a week before that WrestleMania, the wrestling podcast heel versus face. It's
Yes.
the only wrestling podcast on the internet.
Listen to it.
the one he definitely did.
Regularly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
regularly, all 10 episodes in the past year and 3 months.
April 3rd, Rolling Stones guitarist Keith Richard denies saying that he smoked his father's ashes in an interview with Enemy magazine.
He was probably high if he did say it to somebody, but I think
Wouldn't you-
it's an old wives' tale.
Wouldn't you snort the ashes versus smoke them?
No, he's a smoker. He rolled him up. He rolled him up in with some tobacco.
Okay, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd ingest it better snorting it than you would smoking ashes. I don't know. Hey, you know what? I've been wrong before.
Ashes to ashes.
Dust to dust. April 16th, 32 people killed in Virginia Tech massacre on the premises of Virginia Polytechnic Institute and State University in Blacksburg, Virginia. Gunman Sing Wah Chu is able to buy firearms legally despite having a record of mental illness causing a large national debate on guns. Almost nothing funny about that.
And nothing's happened since then. It's still the same debate.
Yeah, no one says nothing changes. Everyone says, "Oh my God, look at all those people that are killed. We should do something about guns." You know what we should do instead? We'll take a nap.
Yeah, not too long ago, that happened in New Zealand. There was a big, huge shooting, and then the next day, the government's like, "No more automatic weapons." It took them one day to go, "Hey
Boom.
guys, dumb ideas."
They don't have NRA down there. They don't have everyone chomping at the bit. They say
Nobody's
spring
dipping
into
into
action.
nobody's pockets.
That's right.
That's crazy.
Those Kiwis are getting it done. I tell you.
Hell yeah.
I tell you what.
Let me some kiwi.
And with that, we are safely and securely back in 2007.
Yeah, so Sarah, you're good, right? You're in 2007 right now, right? Because
Yep.
this is
I just had a baby in 2007. I'm in the zone.
Congratulations.
Oh, good grief.
Thanks.
You look great.
Thank
You look great. Sarah, why did we choose to watch Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
It's classic.
There's 3 reasons.
Oh, yes. Like why we watched the pilot shows?
Right.
Because they weren't successful.
Okay.
We'll give you that because you're a relative.
Dang it, you just said these. Help me out, Blake.
And now you say that. We said it. Now you say it.
I know. I'm trying to remember now.
We do this to all of our guests. We're not,
Okay.
we're not picking on you.
You're doing better than your siblings have done.
We are
Okay.
we are picking on you the same as we pick on other guests.
Got it.
That makes sense. There
Yeah,
we go.
well, they were never they never kept airing, right? They were
So
canceled.
that's the same thing twice.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm trying to get my mind in the same zone here.
I'm starting the clock. You only have 25 minutes.
You
to
can
answer.
get it it has to be for free.
Right?
Oh, that's 2.
Just like the eggs.
Shit.
Just like, thank you. I want those eggs.
Yeah, right.
I'm like lacking protein.
I know. You can tell in your eyes.
I don't know the third one.
It's got to be available to be seen.
To be seen, on the internet.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
I don't know that you did.
I
You
did.
can find the entire episode of Mr. and Mrs. Smith by subscribing to Couch Pilots and SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast app of choice, and then simply click on one of our classically blue links.
Make sure to attach the right link.
Or go to YouTube. Sarah? That's right.
Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff, please.
You missed it, Sarah.
There's
You
DSJ
missed
out
it.
there. He is DSJ thawed.
He's thawed. He's back. He's ready to go. He's
He
working
looks-
hard. You know what? To be honest with you, maybe the time away from each other will help me in his relationship, and maybe his work performance will just even go to a new level.
I feel like not only is spring happening now,
It's sprung.
I feel like he is spry.
Sure.
Spring sprung spry. You know what I mean?
From Springer.
Summary: the pilot. Oh boy, things are going to get a little messy here, and I apologize. Newly relocated to the suburbs, married assassins John and Jane Smith have reestablished their respective businesses, though the marital issues that plagued them in the past have returned. You know what? We're sitting at a cockpit table right now.
Sure.
Let us set that table.
Okay.
There has been an error made. We addressed it briefly at the end of last episode.
You've done enough. Let me go ahead and just
Please.
let me talk a little bit on this show for once. So here's the process.
You want to talk on the show for once?
I do. I just almost,
right, well.
I almost died. Excuse me. God, I don't have a parachute. Jason does all the work for the show, right? He finds the classically blue links, and every 2 weeks I say, "Hey, I need those pilots so I can watch them because I like to watch them earlier because I have more of a life than he does. I usually
right.
have my weeks usually either
Busier.
like super front loaded
Yeah.
or very back loaded.
One or the other.
And so then he sends me these blue links. There's 2 of them every email. And I click on them and I watch them because he's been doing this for years.
Right.
He has guided me through life.
Right.
And I've trusted him. And I would
Simple
trust.
job,
I would.
too.
Well, I wouldn't say it's simple. It's a tough
simple.
job. But it's simple. Sending an email with blue links. You're right. You Control C, Control V.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I noticed your name was on the email as well. It's like, Sarah, you will be doing this at 7:15. Here is your link. Did you get to choose it, or did he tell you what you were going to watch?
I clicked on what he sent me.
Okay. And you watched that program, correct?
I did.
I got the same email. We're on the same email together. I got that same email. And so the first link that I watched was Sea Diver.
Yeah.
And we talked about that last week. You weren't here, but we talked about it last week. And we watched it. We talked about it. Everything went fine. And so then I watched the second link. And when last week, you weren't here again. He weren't here, but he does the summary of the next show that we're going to watch. And I said, no, sir, that doesn't sound like
not
anything we watched. And come to find out, he sent you and I the wrong link.
One. Yep.
So he has watched it. Yes, woo. He has watched a different show than us.
Is that
So
Ric Flair?
yeah, very good. You know what? You want to be a guest on Heel versus Face sometime where we talk about professional wrestling?
No.
That's okay.
Is it Rick or Richard Flair?
It's Ric Flair.
It's Ric Flair.
Nature Boy.
I saw his daughter the other night,
Awesome!
but I did not see the Miz, and I was very upset about that.
How was the what's that guy's name? J.W. Styleman versus
AJ Styles versus Randy Orton.
Yeah, how was that?
Pretty good. Pretty good match.
I was talking to a guy at work today. Went to go see it.
Yeah.
He says, "All right."
Yeah. I had a lot of fun with Kevin, but I don't think going to a house show is as much fun as like going to a live tape.
This is like you is like a Will Smith thing, just the two of us, you and Kevin.
Yeah, we made it if we tried.
It was good. Did you guys have fun together?
We had a great time together. It was
Some
fun.
castles in the sky.
Did you guys get some brewskis? Did you guys get some brew dogs?
I did
together?
not have a brew dog.
No brew dogs.
No, because I spent $8 on a souvenir cup, and you can only get soda in it.
All right. Yes, we have a way around this. Unfortunately, everything that I did for today's program is based around the 2007 version, which is the correct. I watched the correct one. I gave you guys the incorrect links. I screwed up. You guys watched the wrong one. I watched the right one, but it's my fault you watched the wrong one. So I take full responsibility. You're looking at me. You're going to say something awful to me. I take full responsibility.
I'm not going to say anything awful, but I'm kind of wondering, like, if you did this on purpose. Like, if this is one of your bits.
You know what? You know what was last week?
Last week was April Fool's.
Fool's Day. So maybe a little April Fool's on you guys, right? And also, I went to your houses and shit in your toilets and left it.
Is this a belated April Fool's joke?
It's a huge shit in your toilet. No flush. Actually, I unscrewed the pipe in the back so it won't flush.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just one screw back there.
It's just one screw holding the whole thing together. I know how plumbing works. All right. All right. Yeah, let's hear some interesting facts.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are about to witness interesting fact.
It's the part of the show where I dig a little deeper about the pilot. I give you some information you wouldn't know otherwise if you just watch it for yourself. I'm going to tell you these facts, and you're going to take them in, and you're not going to do anything or say anything with them. Because if someone's around you and you react to these in any way, you are going to taint the experience of other people, and that's not fair to those people. All right? What's so funny? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We can edit this out. What is funny?
You said
I said what?
taint.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I said taint?
You said it was a gag, dude. It was hilarious. Oh, shit. Oh, man. You know, and I know that all our 13-year-old listeners right now are laughing their ass off.
Yeah.
Because that is super funny shit.
Oh, my God.
I like The State, pretty good. Saturday Night Live, pretty good. Creating a joke about the taint, excellent.
The State?
Eli has a teacher at school, and he had the newsletter today, and I was looking through it, and it's like, Mr. Franks or whatever, he's a good picture. I was like, that guy looks like Michael Lee in black and white. He goes, in person, he even looks more like him. So I told Eli, I go, tomorrow when you go to school, you tell Mr. France or whatever his name is that he looks like Michael E. in black.
This is the newsletter that's on your kitchen table right now with black and white photo? Yeah. Okay, I saw that. I have to take a look at that. I didn't even think about that.
Sure.
That's fine.
So, yeah, tell us the facts. I mean, people just
the facts.
Just the facts, man.
The TV movie was a pilot for a television series based on the 2005 film, but the series never came to light.
Pillar number one.
Fact. Yeah. Writer Simon Kinberg described the proposed TV series as Married with Children with Guns.
Oh.
Huh.
Peggy Bundy?
Sure.
Hot or not?
As Peggy Bundy, no. The actress, yes.
Okay. Christina Applegate? Hot or not?
Hot.
See, I can't say that. And this is going to be really weird. And something I've said before, but never in front of my sister. I think Christina Applegate looks too much like my sister for me to think that she's hot. I can't get behind it. I understand that she's...
I have never been told that.
Something reminds me, and so I can't
Thank you. That's good.
Okay, yeah. I'm not like Dad singing you Sarah or you singing with
me
Kevin.
And Ryan
right?
Singing a duet.
I'm out. Whatever that weird shit is, I'm outside of that. Right. That's something different.
This is out of the kindness of his heart.
Yes.
Well.
The TV movie continues on from the 2005 film with Martin Henderson and Jordana Brewster taking over the lead roles from the film from Brad
Arnold
Pitt
Schwarzenegger
and Angelina Jolie.
What? No, it was Arnold Schwarzenegger and the girl from Halloween.
That's True Lies. Do not fuck with these facts.
Seriously, no.
I've
never seen the movie, but I thought it was. Aren't they like hanging from a helicopter?
I think it is.
The premise is the same.
Schwarzenegger is contractually obligated to hang from a helicopter in every film he's in.
So, but isn't the what did you say? The Evans what was
the Andrews sisters?
What was the name of the movie you said?
The name of the movie is Mr. and Mrs. Smith, just like
the other one, the Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, that was True Lies.
Isn't the premise of True Lies and Mr. and Mrs. Smith the same? They're spies that don't like each other, but they want to have sex with each other?
No. Schwarzenegger in that film is a secret spy. His wife doesn't know.
What is a secret spy? How does that compare to a regular spy?
His wife doesn't know that he's a spy, okay?
Well, that's the whole point of being a spy.
And so in the film...
Like us.
Spies like us. It's a great Beatles song. Man, you're a mastermind. You know that?
Yeah.
People don't get it. I get it. I get it.
I appreciate it.
As a genius.
Thank you.
The ABC network decided not to commission a series. Doug Liman, who directed the film, which the TV movie is based on, returned to direct the TV movie. Fact. Interesting facts over.
All right. Sarah, you did a great job because most people screw up and they give it. At the beginning, you were like, oh, and I was like, oh, shit. But you did pretty good. You didn't taint anybody's experience.
I love to scream, and I'm always ready to scream at somebody who's...
When you're at your mom's house, do you every once in a while hear just like a scream from down the street? Because I really do think that there is at least once a night, like once a day or once a night, and he's alone in his house in his twin bed, and
it's full size.
It's
a full size bed. It's not a twin bed. It's a full size bed.
His full size bed, and just screams into a pillow as loud as he can for as long as he can. Do you think that happens?
Yeah. Do you think that happens?
Absolutely, because now that you're saying that, I always thought it was the cat in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
It's Jason.
Could have been
So
me.
he's been doing it since he was a child.
Hey, guys. I love screaming. What can I say, huh?
Twitter responses?
Yeah. I mean, we don't have any Twitter response. Who am I kidding? No one wants to talk to us anymore. Let's hear from our sponsor for tonight. Is that cool?
Sure. Sponsor Spotlight.
My buddy, my buddy, wherever I go, he goes. My buddy, my buddy, my buddy and me.
Kid sister.
Wherever I go, you're gonna go. Kid sister, kid sister and me.
My Buddy and Kid Sister. Each sold separately from Play School.
Sarah, did you have a kid sister? Doll.
I did not, but I definitely remember those commercials.
Okay.
Thank you, first of all, to Play School for sponsoring tonight's episode of Couch Pilots. That is the simplest and most catchy jingle of all time.
Sure.
What's the name of your product, My Buddy? Okay, let's come up with a jingle. Just say My Buddy over and over again,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, and then say and me.
And then put and me at the end. Same thing with Kid Sister. That is
genius.
it's the catchiest
Yeah.
and most simple song jingle ever, right?
Yeah.
How long do you think it took to come up with
10
that?
seconds.
I think they took a while.
10 seconds.
How many people do you think were in the room at the table when they were deciding it?
Oh, boy.
And the ad room?
200, 300 people?
Yeah,
least.
At least. That's about how many we would get. Don't you think we would get a good 100 people for a live show?
And here?
In the cockpit here? I don't think so. Okay, so what we do here lately, in the past, 5-6 months, we're giving ourselves a 10-minute time limit to talk about the pilot. You set it up very long-winded earlier.
Excuse me.
Is this where I wink at you so you know I'm joking?
No, I'm not winking at you anymore because you called me out. You're like, hey, don't fucking wink at me. Everybody knows. Blah, blah, blah.
I don't swear. First of all, I don't swear.
Okay.
You guys watched a different show than I watched, but you have notes.
Was I too wordy earlier?
I'm fucking with you.
Now I'm going to worry about it. Okay. I'm cool.
So I think it's only fair to everyone listening that they hear both of the versions.
Sure.
But we're not going to say you get 10 minutes and then in turn I get 10
Right.
minutes.
People have stuff to do. We
So-
have stuff to do.
So I think what's going to happen is I'm going to talk into the mic and read my notes about Mr. and Mr. Smith from 2007, and the two of you can read your notes or talk to each other about your
Sure,
experience.
we're going to talk amongst ourselves.
I think it was from 1996, if I'm not mistaken.
Something like that,
Something
yeah.
like that. I don't know. We don't have any interesting facts about it.
And we'll just do it concurrently. You guys will do it at the same time I do it, and I'm going to hit that here.
Now, Sarah, he's going to push a button. We have 10 minutes to talk about it. You don't have to hurry. Just we have 10 minutes to talk about it, and then the buzzer's going to go off.
And feel free to jump in. Whatever if he says something that sparks something, just go. Just say it out loud. And I'll just kind of be over here doing my own thing.
Sure.
All right?
All right.
You guys ready? And I don't want to
At the
start
same
it.
time?
Yeah, we're
Oh,
going to.
me and you are going to have a conversation.
Yeah,
just focus on
you
that.
focus on him,
Just,
and he'll
turn your
focus on you.
microphone so it's you're okay.
And I'll just be talking to myself about
Perfect.
the one I watched, all right?
Okay.
All right.
And we'll do that starting right now.
All right. So right off the bat,
First of
we
all, it
press
starts
play.
with rock. You got a couple
And there's
arguing
jazzy
in the
music,
back
right?
of
Yeah.
the cab.
There's super jazzy
They
music.
are handcuffed
And
together.
where were they?
And they're like
Like
heading
a
toward
laboratory?
river.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
Back of the
Seattle,
cab,
Washington.
Someone knocked down
Okay.
the front seat.
Right. and so
3
there's a
days
guy
earlier,
like
kinda goes back in
dancing
time.
He's like
And you got
he's
those
polishing.
Trying to be a
from the
yeah,
back.
He's
janitor.
janitor, and he's polishing the floor.
about having, like, a
And
romantic
did you ever
night out
see
together.
Ernest
This
Goes to
is
Jail?
Mr. and Mrs.
He was the
Smith.
same kind of janitor, had the same kind
At
of
work,
thing.
Mrs. Smith
They all do
is
that.
getting
Right, and it's kind of
updated
a
on,
dark.
like, a
It's
new
kind of like
mission.
dark. You know, you don't really
And it's
see who's
scheduled
who.
on her date night.
And come to find out, the
So
guy
she gotta
is
reschedule
the guy
the
from
date night.
Quantum
Anyway, she
Leap.
goes to her
Okay.
office.
Do you remember
Her
that guy's
work
name?
colleague
No.
is, like,
Do you remember Quantum
referencing
Leap?
No.
Events from the
Really?
movie, like,
It's
tying
where he
it to
would
the
he was a
film
time
with Angelina
guy,
Jolie
and him and
Brad
another guy,
Pitt.
they went from time period to time
So you
period.
kind
Okay.
of saying, hey, you know what?
You don't remember that?
I don't.
But you recognize the guy that-
He did look familiar, yes.
Familiar?
Familiar?
Yes, okay.
Do at home.
So,
Mr. Smith then
he's
meets
going
with one of
and he
his,
gets into like the
some
laboratory
employer or
and
something
goes
for the
into
government in, like,
a computer, right? He's
a
being all
car
sneaky
park or
and he's hiding from like the
deck.
security
And
guard.
he's in a town car,
And
he
did you
pulls
notice
up,
that he used
and
a
some blank
3.5
dude pulls up in
floppy
floppy
disk.
disks?
Yep.
And he
Do you remember
basically
those
says,
at
you know
all?
what? He had a
I
real
do.
messy
I use those.
assassination.
Yep.
Still to this day,
So you
No.
are now
On your
fired.
DOS
You're
program?
a job. I was like, oh my god.
Yep.
you're like, hey children, this is what you're gonna learn.
Anyway, the next scene, they're back at the Mr. and
So,
Smith residence in the suburbia. Juliana Brewster
there's a
walks in.
there's a
She has
security
got
guard that's going
massive
around.
milk muscles on
Are you
her
having
stomach.
trouble focusing? Because I have no problem with this.
They are
No,
both
okay.
at home.
I'm trying.
And
So,
he tells her
he's
his,
sneaking around,
predicament
and
about
he's
him
hiding.
being
He goes
fired
into this
and what
room to
have you.
hide
He's got,
from
like,
the
everything from
security
his, like,
guard.
work office or wherever
And
he
there
works.
is a
He's
lady
his
in there,
guns all over the living
who,
room.
a very
It's like he had to
sexy. Do
pack
you know what
it from
her
his office,
actress's
bring
name
everything
was?
home,
I don't
and
remember
spray
her
it all
Normally
over
we
the
find
room.
that out.
Sometimes he's got
Oh,
guns
just,
everywhere.
Oh,
there's
sorry.
no need to hit me. There's no need to hit me.
You got
This-
some exterior shots on the
Yeah.
outside. You can see they have a really nice home in suburbia.
So
Anyway,
there's this really sexy
Jane
lady,
is back at
Yep.
work.
and she's like going through a
It looks like
bunch
a
of
goddamn
drawers in a
fashion
different
show.
office.
Yeah,
Everyone's
different
dressed to the
office.
nines. These people
And
are out in the field.
what did you think was going to happen?
You know,
like when you saw that?
Talking about taking down government.
Well,
everyone's dressed up like it's a
or did
fashion
you-
Obviously,
show.
she.
And John,
they're both
unemployed.
like
is
she's
at
dressed
home
real sexy.
Watching Dr.
Sure.
Phil, of all
Yeah,
things.
so I knew there was going to be some kind of
At this point,
What?
we're like 15 minutes in or so.
Romantic
and,
moment. I don't
the whole
have to-
show
No.
is like like
What I was saying to
conflicting
you
with multiple
is if it
dates.
will help,
It's
you can
basically
take your
a
headphones
domestic-
off
Okay.
because
like
then
a
you won't hear him as
domestic,
well. See, so now it's probably a lot better.
Yeah,
like
it is
domestic
better.
discourse or
Yeah.
whatever.
It's- you focus better.
It's not focusing on action.
Did
at
you
all.
have trouble in
It's
high
just
school?
basically,
Like
those two
learning?
trying to figure out how to get their relationship
No.
working.
What do you do for a living? Are you a teacher?
John then heads to the store.
I'm a teacher's aide.
And he sees a sea of housewives.
Teachers really need aides.
And if he's walking through the
yes,
aisles,
they do.
all
Is it
these
Big
because the
time.
classrooms are so big now?
No, I
just
work
like,
with
all
the
these women are
special ed
cleaning
kids.
their
okay,
jeans
I won't
for
make any
they
jokes.
love
Okay.
it. And one
I'm glad you
blonde,
said that
yeah,
because
it's
I
actually
would have
the-
made some
the
jokes.
hot teacher
So
that, Adam Sandler falls in love
this
with
guy is like,
from
"Hey, what are you
Billy
doing
Madison.
here?" And she's like, "No,
She,
what are
like,
you
runs her
doing
party
here?"
Right.
Purposely,
And they
it-
both
it's
point
like
guns
she's,
at
like,
each
hitting
other.
on
Like
him. And
first time they
there's a
meet
lot
each
of,
other
like, flirtiness
in
with
the
her
dark,
towards
right?
him, but not
And they
him
point
towards her.
guns at each
She's
other.
like, "Hey, you should
And
come to my
she's
house
like, "You put
for
yours
a
down." He's
ladies'
like,
poker night."
"You
And I'm
know,
thinking
you put
she's
yours
gonna
down."
get him there.
Who do you think
She's gonna
in this
trap
day
him,
and
she's
age,
gonna
in the
try
Me
to
Too
sleep with
movement,
him.
who do you think should have been the one
Don't,
to put the gun down
I'm
first?
thinking the guy don't do it.
I don't know.
Ends up
The
going.
chick looked way more
Meanwhile,
serious to me.
somewhere in Miami,
yeah.
Jane is doing
the guy
something.
from
Jane
Quantum Leap's
Mrs.
kind of
Smith.
goofy
She's-
looking,
they're
Definitely
kind of
goofy
goofy,
looking,
right?
yep.
And she is like
And she's
hot,
doing
dead serious.
something.
Yep.
And then they hear
back at the
the
house.
security
guard
guard coming.
Right.
What are you
We're
going
at
to do?
Blonde's house now.
What happens
And there's
next?
some
Oh,
boob
they
joke
start-
when he walks in. And
she
the
tells
blonde
him
is hot. She's a
to get on me.
good-looking woman.
Yeah,
We're
she's
gonna-
like, take your
yeah.
pants off and
Right,
your
he enters
underwear.
the pants down, right?
It is
And
just
she
the two
undoes
of them,
her
like I
shirt.
thought. Like,
Yep.
like it might be a
Her
trick
brassiere
to
was
get
showing.
Yep.
him in there.
And the
Anyway,
security guards
back
like
to Jane.
right on.
She enters a
We've
yacht,
both been married
and she
a long
tries to
time.
secure
Been-
a deal with
and
some
sometimes you
guy.
got to do that. You got
This
to
is the
act
guy
like
I think who plays,
spies, right?
Mr.
And then you're like,
Coulson,
meet
or
me in the
Agent Coulson
bathroom.
on the Agent of
You know?
Show. Anyway,
Take your towel off.
the
You know?
guy, he's like, I haven't
Understandable.
heard of you.
So-
I'm not going to do
On
a
the
deal
counter.
with you. He
Right.
makes kind of like a sexual
going.
move on her, and she declines, and then she kicks
Is
his
that
ass,
that your way of going?
And she kicks
don't
everyone's
keep
ass
talking
around
about
the
that
table.
point. You're so nice and polite.
Back to
I wasn't
John.
going to.
He's at
Anyway,
ladies' poker night, and
so
there are
they
women
find
there. So it
out
isn't
that they're
like a
both
trap,
like
but
spies.
it's
Right.
a bunch
And,
of like housewives and John, and they're all sitting there
the
talking about
security guard opens
John
the door,
and Jane having children.
and
it's
they're like
where is
on the
Jane. And he's like,
desk
he knows he
looks
can't
like they're
talk
having
about
sex.
Yeah.
what he does or what Jane does
And
for a living.
she's like,
You
"Oh
think
my
he'd be a
gosh!"
better liar at this
And
point.
the
Better
security
cover
guard was
up.
like,
He's kinda awkward
"Everything's
about
cool.
it.
You
Like,
guys be you. I'm
Right.
not going to tell
She
anybody
answers,
and
and
leave."
so all the women think,
He's
"Oh
like,
my
"That was
God,
amazing." You know.
This woman is
But
out
then
there on a trip.
it
and he
kind
doesn't
of
know
like
much about it.
stays
She's a
with
teacher
it
or
for a
something.
second.
Why is she on this trip?
They didn't just like
Yeah.
break apart.
No, there
was
was a connection
But
for
with
sure.
all
There was
this
some
infidelity chat that they're having.
But do you think it was just heat
kinda
from him
gets him
to
thinking.
her, like for her?
Anyway,
or do you
Jane
think she had
gets
feelings?
And John, after
He
this
liked her
night
more,
of,
right?
For sure.
Poker
Yeah.
talk and this infidelity talk, he's sitting waiting for
She-
Jane.
she knows she's too
in
good.
the dark
Yeah,
with
exactly.
his guns.
So they go.
He says, "Where
The
have
quantum
you
leap
been?"
guy,
They say, "You know what? We
Mr.
got a
Smith,
deal not to talk
goes
about
back
our work. It
to
complicates
his
things. We have to
lair.
trust each other." So she
Well,
sits
most of
spy
it,
office.
he's like in a
and they go up
van.
on
Oh,
the
yeah,
kitchen
he's in the
showers.
office, though.
So she goes up
Yeah,
there,
and
while
they're like,
she's in
he's
the
like,
shower,
"Who was
he's
this lady?"
snooping
And
around.
we're like, "We don't
And
know."
she gets out of the
So
shower
what
and
it
he says,
is
"You got
is
claw
he was
marks on
going
your
there
back."
because these
And
two
now they're
scientists
developing
have
some
created
big-time trust issues from
energy
him towards her.
source that is clean,
Next morning,
cheap, and
John wakes up
you know,
early,
so that's a
he's
huge
making
thing.
breakfast, and we are
But
15 minutes
people
in,
are
and
after
all
them,
we're
and
seeing
one of them
is
has
domestic
died
discourse. That's
because
all we're
the bad
seeing.
guys are
There's no real
going
action.
after him.
She kicks some ass.
So the spy is trying to
whatever. They
figure
drove
out
into
what's
a
going on
river
and try to
at the
save
beginning.
this last guy,
30
right? That's
seconds
the premise.
of what
Right.
otherwise is dealing with work and dealing with the family
Man, I'm
life.
parched. I usually don't have to talk this much.
Jane heads out to work.
Well, why don't you tell us what happens next so I can
puts
take a drink?
tracker
All right,
on
I'm
her
trying to
vehicle.
think.
Jane's boss is called
So,
Mother, and she says, "I will
he's
go
looking
meet
for the
you in
girl.
the
He
park."
wants to
And
know who
John
she
had
is.
Yeah,
his
he's
tracker
obsessed
in her
with
car.
finding out
Yeah.
who she is.
Yep, and he's
To
got
the
a
car.
buddy that's helping
I
him.
didn't see
Scooby.
I never
Scooby.
saw
Not
Mr.
from
Great
Scooby-Doo.
name.
It's-
So I don't know.
but-
No, but that guy looked
It
real
talks about what
familiar.
happened
He's
to
on
their
a new
car,
show.
But his
Is he?
car looks
Yeah.
terrible.
Okay. I don't
They
have
never really
cable.
explain it.
I think it's on
Why his car looks like
like
garbage,
Netflix
but it
or
does.
Amazon or
Have
something.
you
to
watched
the park.
Handmaid's Tale?
No,
And then
but I
John
heard good
climbs
Oh,
things.
you gotta
on top
watch
of a
it.
park
Okay.
building, and
The
he
new
puts on
season's
some
gonna come out in a
binoculars,
couple
and
months, so we
he's
gotta
catch
spying,
up.
and he
I
reads
might have
his
to check it
wife's
out.
lips, and she says mother, and he's like, "Oh my god, I thought her mom was dead."
So him
Why
and
is she calling
Scooby
this person mother?
find out where this
And the other woman doesn't even
quote
hold it
unquote
up to your mother,
blonde
so I
like
don't know.
spy
He's a
lives,
terrible spy.
and he goes in
Anyway.
there, and
I'm also thinking
he's watching
Jane is
her,
sitting down in the
taking
park with this
pictures
person
with like
she
a
calls mother, who's like
binocular
somebody who's her
Polaroid
missions.
camera.
Something
Is this how
that
being
looks
a
cool.
spy works?
A
And then
gadget.
just got back
Right,
from
and so then
and
a spy gadget,
immediately
Yeah.
right?
she's giving another mission.
So then he goes
Immediately.
into her apartment
Is
after
that
she
how it
leaves
works?
to
You feel
put
like there'd be like
bugs in
downtime
it,
between missions.
like
Someone who's a
Finds her
roaches.
all her
constantly
IDs,
Yeah,
more
all the
names than
things to
he's
do,
had.
succeeding or
And
failing,
then
and giving
it gets
something else
weird.
immediately.
He goes in the
It feels like there'd
bathroom,
be a
he's
break
finding
or
guns with every
more time
door he
to be,
opens.
brought up to speed on
But I
what
don't know
they
if this
want
made
to
you
do.
feel
Not the
weird.
case at all.
He picks up
So
the
anyway,
toothpaste, opens the cap, and kind of
She
takes
then
it a little bit on his
someone
finger,
spots John because they have some
puts it in his
operatives
mouth,
the park. You got
and then
the-
has
you
a
got Mother
flashback
talking
of
to
her
Jane and other
of their
people
kissing.
Of their
positioned in the
kiss,
park.
yeah, that's
They
right.
see
Then
John
he sees her
on top of
comb,
the park building,
and he
jumps off
smells the
building, he
comb,
runs
and
away,
he has a
escapes. It's one of
flashback
those
of
classic things
her
where
hair.
Yeah.
a guy nearly gets
And then-
chased by like
Very
a big bus
sensory.
or a
He
truck.
has
Yes,
to have
when
yes.
the train or the bus
And
passes,
then he
the
picks
person
up
who
one of
ran
her
over it is gone.
towels
Like almost like they held
and
onto the bus
sniffs
somehow.
it, like, for
a
And
long
he's gone.
time.
So he escapes.
and has a flashback to her
Then back
Yeah.
at home,
skin.
John's now getting out of the shower, and Jane
Right
is
here,
back there,
I'm
and
thinking,
she's
okay,
packing
this
for a trip.
guy
She
is
was given
whipped
this new
already.
mission.
Like, this guy's going to do
Now it's
whatever
time for
this
the
lady
trip.
says.
John uses an iron to steam
So-
open her mission assignment, and he
so,
sees her
you
plane's
know,
tickets.
we
He's
don't
like,
know
hey, guess
who
what?
she is.
We're going back to
Right?
Prague.
We don't know if she's
And
a
I shouldn't say
spy,
back. The
but
show
supposedly
starts
she's
in
an
Prague.
assassin.
Now we see
Right.
how they're getting there.
Now, have you ever met an assassin?
Somewhere in Prague.
Not
John
recently.
continues
Not recently?
to spy on his wife.
When's the last
Jane.
time you
She
met
doesn't
one?
know he's there, but
So you did that yourself.
Jane is having dinner at a very fancy
just said
restaurant.
no.
filled
Okay,
with
no.
people,
Okay.
Some asshole who has like
So anyway,
demons hanging around.
again,
John knocks out an
they're-
innocent
they're
waiter,
both-
puts on his uniform.
they're both
he
going after
causes
the
a
same
disturbance,
people, kind
and
of.
plants a
Right.
listening
Right.
device on his wife.
We come to and basically it's for the
she's
next
talking to
hour
the guy at the
or
table.
for
She's
the next
like,
20
hey, no, I
minutes.
think we should go back to the room.
You,
She
you
agrees.
find out some more about
I
the
think he
scientists,
said
and you
something
find
like-
out that's what they're
he's
going
got a
after
listening device,
for
so
different
John is
reasons.
hearing what they're saying. And
Right?
the guy whispers
And there's
into
just a
Jane's
lot
ear
of
what he
like
wants to do with the
sexual
champagne
tension,
bottle. I
and
think
they have
he's saying he
conversations.
wants
They
to
keep
take this
meeting in
champagne
the
bottle off
places.
his pussy.
Yeah.
I'm not sure
And
about
she's
that, but
friends.
it
She's
doesn't
made
say it,
friends
like,
or made,
as soon as
you know,
he hears it, he like throws the
with
thing out
the
of his
guy
like,
that
it's,
came
oh
up
my
with
God,
that.
it's so
The
upsetting.
scientist's
I think
wife.
that's what he says.
Yeah.
He wants
Right.
to stick a champagne bottle.
And so we find
while
out
John is
because we don't have much
listening,
time
he gets a call
left.
from back
We
home.
find out
it's the
that
blonde
she
woman, and
works
she's like,
for,
hey, you know what?
like, the
why
big
don't you
oil
come to my cocktail
companies,
party come back,
and
when you
she's
come
not there
back,
to
or
kill
no, she
him,
doesn't know
but
he's gone.
she's
She's like, why
there
don't you
to
come over to my
kinda take
cocktail
him
party tomorrow night? He's like,
you
yeah,
know,
I'll probably be there.
but he
hangs up with her, puts the
is,
earpiece back
Mr.
in,
Smith
and
is
he's
hired
hearing
by
his
like
wife
the good
get
guys
railed.
and try to keep him from getting killed.
Right.
Right.
John then storms in the
Well, I think
hotel
she was
room.
trying
He
to
kicks
protect
some
him,
ass.
too.
He enters
Yeah,
the
but for
room,
like
and
the
noises
other
that are
other
coming from
side.
the TV,
Okay.
are actually
You know what I
coming
mean?
from the TV. It's porn that she
And then there
put
were
on
bad
to make it
guys
sound
like the,
Right,
the oil
right.
companies.
Meanwhile,
right? And I think
Jane
probably in
is disposing
2007,
of the body of
gas
the guy
was
that she went
high,
in there
and
with
you know,
when
she
John
did-
gets
No,
there.
1996.
And then they're
Sorry.
both shot unconscious.
Oh, this was from 1996.
handcuffed.
Yeah,
and
his
then they're
is
put in the back of the
2007.
cab.
Right, because that's the
Now,
one.
while
Yeah.
in the cab, they're going to be taken somewhere. and shot
She
and killed.
drives a
John
motorcycle
knocks out
with
the
a
driver, and
evening
this is
dress
where we
on and
started at the
heels.
beginning of the
Have you
show.
ever driven a motorcycle?
Now they go
like a
on the
dirt
river.
bike or? Like
I have
The
before,
vehicle
yeah.
fills
Yeah.
up
Could
with
you do
water,
that in an
and
evening
John
gown
uses
and
her
Absolutely
earrings to
not,
uncuff
but-
Do you wear
them
heels
and
very
escape.
often?
No.
Time to
Really?
finish the job. They get out. They're on the
But she's
street
impressive
slicking
on
the-
that thing.
and then they
Going
start
downstairs in the
physically
subway?
fighting. She beats
That
him
was
up
the
a little
coolest.
bit.
The coolest thing.
Then
I was
they
like, I
hotwire a
know
car,
that is some kind of
hightail
stunt
to the
lady.
clothing store,
It
which
might
seems
be
to
a
be
stunt
open
guy
very
who
late
shaved
at
his
night.
legs.
Yeah.
But
No
that's
Didn't seem
pretty
like they were
ballsy.
breaking in,
Yeah.
but it seemed like
And
they
how do you
bought some little
practice that?
expensive clothes.
I know, but then he's
They
got
go
the
to
other cool
party.
gadget.
They
Yeah, it's like a
spot the
pen that like
target,
shoots out
Shoots
like
a wire.
and literally waltz their
And
way over to him.
he
Now,
skateboards
this is
Yes.
a
behind a bus.
high-profile spy film.
And you know, throughout
Waltzing.
this, there's
they were very
they keep
clumsy
meeting
about it.
because obviously they're
And
going
a
after
quick
the same
diversion,
Right,
They
thing.
right.
grab the
And
target.
there's a
and
time
towards
they're
the
in
thermal nuclear weapons
the
that
cabin.
the guy has.
Oh,
train,
train.
Jane
the train,
begins to disarm,
and
while
like
the other bad
they have
dudes
to
are
act
trying
like
to
they're
get in.
married, and they start making
John
out.
then
and like,
begins to
the lady
fire
leaves,
fully automatic weapons.
and they keep making
the
out,
bad
right?
guy
Yep.
has, and
Yeah.
Jane begins to disarm the bad dudes while they're outside. I got a few more lines, but that's it.
That's it. That's it.
We're at 10 minutes, and that's all we can do.
Yeah, that's
folks.
great.
So, I hope everyone got a chance to hear both sides.
Sure.
Of a conversation. I think we should talk a little turbulence.
Sure. Turbulence.
Please remain seated as we are now crossing a zone of turbulence.
We watched 2 different shows.
Sure. We're gonna have 2 different kinds of turbulence.
I had like 3 lines left of dialogue. I got through almost everything. But while I was doing that, I was listening to everything you guys said.
Really?
And was putting it together. But what I want to ask you
What do you want to
guys-
ask me?
I want to ask you something.
Can I ask you a question?
I'd like to ask you something. Why didn't your version of Mr. and Mrs. Smith work?
We'll go ahead and let Sarah start. Why do you think the one that we watched didn't go to series?
What was the problem with that show?
I mean, honestly, I liked it. Maybe because it just gave it all away. You know, like at the very end, they already like saved the guy. You know, it just everything happened too fast.
I will say,
Drag it out a little more.
I don't know if we brought it up earlier, but your version of Mr. and Mrs. Smith did last for 13 episodes.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, but in that pilot episode, there was resolution. You felt like things had been tied up to a degree.
Sure.
What would you do to improve your episode, Blake?
You know, I think that their main characters they had were good. The Quantum Leap guy, he's kind of dopey. Here's what I'm going to say: the character they had good actors for the 2 main roles.
Yeah.
What I think was one of the problems is in the writing. This dude is like, pardon, can you take your headphones off for just a second?
Yeah. He doesn't want you to hear what he's going to say.
This dude is pussy whipped from day one, right?
All right, go ahead and put the headphones back on.
So Mr. Smith should be, like they're spies. They both should be like confident and aggressive and
That's true.
And he was like from day one. He's like sniffing towels.
He's the wimpy spy. He would have never lasted.
He's not a wimpy spy. He just becomes a bumbling idiot when he touches this girl's butt.
I see.
So
Completely
to me,
obsessed.
when I think Mr. and Mrs. Smith, just like on the Keanu Reeves and Jane Fonda movie, I mean they're both powerful people. You know what I mean? They're both confident,
I think you got
great spies. And this guy just seemed whipped from the start. Like, he completely forgot about his job and what he had to do.
Right.
All he focused on was this girl and her hot body.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, if someone were to ask me why the 2007 version...
I was going to.
No, I'm not necessarily. I'm just setting up for me to give a similar answer. I don't know why this show didn't work. It seems very similar to a lot of things that were on TV at the time or could have been on the TV at the time. It was filled with action, but there was a lot of like domestic discourse, them trying to figure out how to maintain this relationship, which I feel like is probably the theme from the film, which I never saw that film. Did you guys ever see Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
Never.
Did you ever see it?
Are you talking about the Angelina Jolie?
Yeah.
I think I did see it.
I didn't see it. I had no interest in it. I can imagine they had...
Is it because they have so many kids?
Because I have so many kids?
No, it's because Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt have so many kids. Is that why you didn't want to watch the movie?
That's the main reason why I didn't watch it. Yeah. Boy, if it had survived, I think you're just, this is a no-brainer. You're going to see them go on missions every week. Something different that's kind of tearing them apart, but at the same time, they need to work together to accomplish things, right? That's...
Isn't it a metaphor for marriage anyway?
I think
It's
it
working
really
together as a team to accomplish goals. Be spies. Spy on your neighbors. Figure out together how to assassinate them.
Yeah. That's how you want to figure out how
Never
to
fully
assassinate.
trust them.
Except Ralph and Cindy. I love Ralph and Cindy.
You know what? Ralph and Cindy are like the best.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we start our descent, please...
He was in the Vietnam War. No, maybe not. World War II? Vietnam. I don't know.
Over there is your
Probably
neighbor.
Vietnam or maybe Desert.
No,
Storm.
not Desert Storm. I think it's Beach Party Vietnam.
Again, I only have information based on the one I saw, so I apologize. But you guys heard me what I had to say about.
Oh, we heard. I mean, I was following along with you perfectly.
IMDb.
I was not at all confused between the two conversations.
Sure.
Yeah.
No,
One with us and yourself.
That's exactly how the conversations were split.
Well, because
Correct.
ironically, we were talking about this earlier. Me and Sarah both have split personality disorder.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
so
heard
we're
that.
able to split our personalities. So like one personality was listening to you, and one personality was
Smart.
listening to each other. So,
Smart. I was using one ear for one thing and one ear for the other. I don't have split personalities.
Oh, you sure?
I'm not sure.
So why don't you go ahead and tell us about the show that you watched? Jason?
IMDb. What would you guys guess that the version I spouted about I got a score on for IMDb?
And
Sarah.
that goes to 10.
Yep, and decimals are in play.
The first, 10th decimal in place.
6.1.
6.5, baby.
6.4 babies.
Ah.
And that's from 3,132
Wow.
ratings. This starred Jordana Brewster. I wouldn't say at the height of her power. I think that'd be circa early Fast and Furious films.
Ow, God, Sarah.
I'm so sorry.
Stop punching me. I don't.
You really have got to behave.
I don't know if you were when we were talking. I don't know if you were listening, but she punched me in the middle of me talking.
I did hear that. I'm sorry for that. She's always been the wild child.
Really?
You think having 2 children would tame you? Apparently, it has not. Critic reviews on the website. The Futon critic Brian Ford Sullivan criticized the chemistry between Henderson and Brewster and ended his review stating, while there's always a few gems that get locked away in networks' vaults each year, this decidedly isn't one of them. Viewer reviews, 4 out of 10 scars. Kisses and Kills from Horst in translation. Mr. and Mrs. Smith is not the full feature film starring Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, but a television short that runs 43 minutes. It was directed by Doug Liman 2 years after the Hollywood blockbuster as the pilot episode for a television series, but the project was never continued. Liman also made the famous film. The characters in this one are played by Martin Henderson and Jordana Brewster. I am somehow familiar with Henderson, but I'm not really sure from what. Thank you so much for walking us through your train of thought. Right. Brewster, you may know from fans as
Brewster's Million. Yeah, that was, I saw that show. That was Eddie Murphy.
Jordana Brewster in Brewster Millions. That's right, yeah. and Eddie Murphy. So
wasn't Dan Aykroyd in that too?
Mm-hmm, yeah, that's right. And Jamie Lee Curtis, fresh off her role in True Lies. All in all, this short film ties back to
she was a hooker in that, wasn't she?
Absolutely. It ties back to a mix of action, drama, and comedy, but it rarely succeeds, I must say. I did not really care for the characters or the chaos they caused and ended up in. Not a great watch in terms of story or acting, and I cannot say I am mad that this wasn't continued. Thumbs down. The final one from Laura Knudsen, 5 out of 10 scars. It says, Laura, low effort to make, low effort to watch. It was entertaining, but not amazing but good. That's really bad punctuation. Except they totally,
because you're an expert with punctuation.
I know where a comma should be, and I know where an Oxford comma should be. Some people say fuck the Oxford comma, not me.
What's an Oxford comma?
You say this comma, and this. Some people leave out the comma after the second thing in and.
Oh no,
you
always put that.
That's
comma
your
in.
Oxford comma.
Commas save lives.
Yeah. I give a fuck about an Oxford comma.
Comma, chameleon. When you gotta run on sentence, and you're using the word and. Comma, chameleon.
It totally ruined the movie for me. Okay, yeah, that's how it started. This is landing, I guess, right?
Sure.
You guys remember that song, Karma Chameleon?
Yeah.
From Boy George?
Karma, chameleon. You come and go. You come and go. Whoa. Loving is easy when your colors are like my dreams. Red, gold, and green. Red, gold, and green. When you first saw Boy George as a child, did you kind of go, what the fuck is that?
I thought it was like a painting that came to life.
I think so too.
We thought the same thing with a 6-year difference between us about Boy George.
If somebody would have told you when you were 8...
That he was an actual chameleon?
He is kind of in a way. But if somebody would have told you when you were 7 years old...
Right.
That you were going to have a best friend... Mm-hmm. And you were going to do podcasts together,
right?
And you would say the same sandwiches,
right,
all the time. What would you have said?
I would say, "What decisions can I make to avoid that?"
He does hate being my friend.
1 out of 7 is the scale we put in place for whatever reason. It doesn't matter. It's a perfect system.
What?
A perfect system. Perfect system.
He's like, it's a perfect system.
I understood you.
That's a perfect system.
How many craft beers have you had?
Buttcraft?
Buttcraft?
Wings. 1990s. Characters. Welcome.
Wait.
1 is the worst. Roy Biggins. 7 the best. Brian Hackett. My own sister. I love you. I turn to you. How do you rate Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
The one that you watched.
Right. Yeah. Don't rate the one I watched.
I'm gonna give it a 5. Can we do decimals? Can
No,
I say 4? Okay.
just not in ours.
You
I
can,
think a
but it
5.
is frowned upon.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can.
No, I don't want that. No, I thought it
Have
was...
you ever seen him frown? It is fucked up.
Let me see.
No, don't. No.
Oh, my eyes.
It's like The Ring.
Don't look at it.
Okay.
I don't know. What did you think?
Well, we have to turn to him. We have to say Captain Philip.
Yeah,
rest
we're
assured.
all facing
Yeah.
the sky.
Yeah. And now we turn. We say, Captain Philip, rest assured, I turn to you. How do you rate your version of Mr. and also Mrs. Smith?
Well, I watched the one that Sarah watched.
The correct one.
The correct.
Debatable. I fucked up.
The one that was provided to us is the one we watched. First of all, it was sexy.
Yeah.
Maria Bello is sexy.
But she was sexy. Like their chemistry wasn't sexy because he was like a bumbling idiot, like obsessed. Like he was going to stalk her until he killed her. Is what was going to happen.
Oh boy!
It was weird. But she was sexy and she was strong. Yeah. It was a good strong character. Like right now during the Me Too movement, this would be a perfect character.
The wetsuit.
Oh God!
See, now I got to go back and watch this.
That wetsuit.
Yeah.
Did you think it was her when it came up out of the water? Or did you think it was one of the thugs?
Oh, I thought it was her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Me too.
Hashtag.
I'm gonna give it. I'll give it a 5. What was the TV show with Bruce Willis?
Moonlighting. Sybil Shepherd.
It was kind of like that. Mm-hmm. There was sexual tension all the time, but yet they didn't hook up. But these guys were like making out and almost fucking all the time. But he just was like a bumbling idiot, and that's why I had to knock it down, because like I had got a bumbling idiot.
He had his moments, though. I feel like no.
I felt like the first time he like was told to put his pants down, like the rest of the yeah.
I don't know. I was just really disappointed in Scooby.
Yeah, Scooby was a bad guy at the end.
Yeah.
Ultimately because of greed. I give it a 5.
Give it a 5. I watched a different version. Came out 11 years later. Starred completely different people. Almost no overlap whatsoever.
Same name.
Similar premise. Same name. I will also give it a 5.
Okay.
I enjoyed this version. I thought it was fun and light, and there was some action sprinkled in. There's a lot going on here, though. You're globe trotting. Maybe they didn't actually go all over the world, but it I love that meadowlark. You know what he's doing? Globetrotters.
Okay. I'm not a very good whistler because I'm missing a tooth. I'm missing a predominant whistle tooth.
My version of Mr. and Mrs. Smith was fun. There's a lot of great stuff here, but it looked expensive. And kind of like last week talking about Sea Divers, I don't want to see a different mission every week. That'd be tough. Maybe stretch them out over 3-4 episodes. Let's make them last. Let's make it as like believable as possible. Sure. I like to have a foot in reality. I don't want to, and there was no weird gadgets in there, but I don't want to see that introduced either. You know when people start getting weird technology and shit, and you're molding faces and whatever.
Sure. We talked about gadgets.
Our gadgets were awesome.
Our gadgets were awesome.
Some cool gadgets. I didn't have a lot of gadgets in mind.
You remember when we talked about our gadgets that we had, right?
Inspector gadgets?
No. When we were describing the pilot.
Oh, right.
Yeah, remember? Well,
which one was your favorite? Laser watch. Laser beam watch.
That was my favorite.
Helicopter shoes. Flame retarded.
Whoa.
What?
He had the belt that had the extendo glove.
Yeah.
That she just punched me with again.
It's too big.
You give a 5.
And he's like, go, Mr. Smith.
Oh my goodness.
Everyone gives it a 5. And with that, we close the book.
And that scientist was holding that cat going, clean energy.
I'll get you, gadget.
And with that, we close the book on both versions of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and we'll never speak of either of those shows again.
Ever.
But won't you join us next time, please, when we watch the pilot episode of SOLARMAN? You always write it down. What do you do with that when you write it down each time I say it?
You mean go behind the curtain, be completely honest? I have to write it down because you won't send me the link in the time that I need to when I do the show notes to post this one. So I've got to scour and find it.
Why don't you just tell me to do it like after we're done recording here? I'll just send it to you like immediately.
But I always send you a text. Hey, can you send me the link? And you're like, no, I'm on a date, or no, Lorelei's got volleyball, or no, I'm at work. I'm like,
I'll just do it right now. I'll just send you the solar. Like as soon as we're done, just say, hey, can you send me that real quick? It'll take me 2 minutes.
hey, can you send me that real quick?
Nah, I got volleyball. Here's a little something to wet your whistle. A teenager is given an alien bracelet that turns him into a superhero. You can find the entire episode of Solar Man by subscribing to Couch Pilots in SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast app of choice, and then simply click on one of our classically blue links in our show notes. Or go to YouTube. Sarah?
Okay.
Okay, go to couchpilotspodcast.com. If you want to contact us, you can do it there. There's a myriad of ways, a cornucopia of ways.
Yeah, couchpilotspodcast.com.
Place to be.
Yeah, there's links to our social media. You can email us from there. You can listen to every episode ever done. Also, the dial-in number is there. So when we say it, if you don't like write it down or whatever, it is on our website.
Yeah.
But what is that number?
Do you not know what it is?
Oh, yeah, it's 910-PILOTS-1.
Yep, that's exactly right. Call 910-PILOTS-1. Leave us a voicemail. Honestly, call us in the middle of the night. Set your alarm for about 3:15 in the morning.
Yeah.
Give us a call.
That's the best time to call.
You're going to get the best signal, the clearest version of your dumb voice, and you will...
Right, because during the day, it's always super, super busy.
That's
right?
exactly right.
Oh,
Baggage Boy is here.
Baggage Boy, who has been fired and is not supposed to be here.
Yeah, you're on probation.
You know what? That's pretty impressive.
He broke a board. What belt are you?
It's not just 80 board. It's look how thick it is. It's a lot thicker than his first wood.
I think it's just pine. Hey, what's the belt? It's blue with a red stripe and white stripes?
For beer. Red stripes.
This is techniques.
Okay.
This is forms. Those count.
This is my gun. This is for fun. What's that
This
say?
is my rifle. This is my gun. This one's for fighting. This one's for fun.
Yeah.
So you didn't test. Did you test out today?
Come here, boy.
Did you test out today?
What do you mean by that?
Did you test out for your new belt?
No.
When is test time for your new belt? Thanks.
2 weeks.
Okay. But good job cracking a board.
So some kid asked if it was strong enough, like if it's like bone thick.
No. It's not bone thick.
And he said something about bones. I don't know.
That kid is going to be trouble. If he's
Yeah.
looking to go out and break bones.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to know that I could very hurt someone.
Watch your back, Daniel, son.
Very good. I'm very proud of you.
Wax off out of here.
Even though you're breaking a rule being down here while we're recording, I am proud of you, and I congratulations.
Way to go, baggage boy. Former baggage boy.
Yeah,
My
former.
girls-
He's been fired.
What is it? He in karate?
Kuso-wan.
Who is the new baggage boy? We did hire someone, didn't we? Was it Lucas?
Yeah, but he's not a baggage boy. He's
a baggage boy.
Okay, well.
My girls do taekwondo, and the teacher teaches them how to rip an ear like paper. He's like, it's just like paper. You can rip
Rip
an
an
ear
ear?
off.
Good
Yeah.
Lord.
I know. It's intense. I love it.
Yikes.
You love it until they turn on you because you won't let them put makeup on.
You know what?
But Nora does say she was like, I just want to test it. I'm like, oh, that's creepy.
I just want to test it.
Her dad said it best by saying that she's a space case. That's the best phrase I've ever
Yes.
heard about it. If you have any stories about ripping ears like paper, let us know at 910-745-6871. That's 910-PILOTS-1. Leave us a message anytime. Patreon.com.
Oh, yeah.
You can donate.
We have 4 or 5 different tiers of rewards based on what you... so go check it out. Just patreon.com /couchpots. Just go check out the rewards. See if they look interesting. If they don't, email me. I might churn them up. Turn them down for what?
And then just donate like $1,500 or something. No, that's cool. It's all
It's
good.
one time is fine. You don't have to do $1,500 a month.
No, I mean if you want to, it's fine. But yeah, at least once. That's really rude to burp during the show. Sarah, do you? Thank you very much for being here. Did you have fun?
Yeah, it's always a good time.
I'm your ride home.
Yes, you are.
You're his.
Do you need me to drive?
No.
He's your ride or die.
No, look, I can do this. I can look at this. See that?
Mhm. That's all you need to do.
Oh,
Perfect.
so close. It's docking. Here, do it again and imagine the 2 penises docking.
No.
I bet you can do it.
I've had like 3 beers.
That's it.
I'm fine, right?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to like touch my fingertips together to see. Pretend they're penises, you said?
Yeah, and dock 'em.
Docking.
Perfect. You're fine.
Okay, I felt fine. Did you have a good time?
Yeah.
Would you do? I'm in my head. I'm thinking I want in a season or two. I want to do a season of only women. 10 episodes, all guests, all women.
We don't know that
women.
many women that still talk to us.
Yes, I do. Yeah,
I don't.
Yeah.
Who? Name 5.
Okay. My mom, Sarah again, Stephanie Clark, Molly, your mom.
I've never had my mom on this show.
I want to have Brianna on, and then 4 others.
Okay.
I got some friends.
Oh, yeah, have your friends. That's fine. Have your friends.
Why do you got to brag to us? It's like the second time you've bragged. First, you're like, I have chickens. Now you're like, I have friends.
You're looking at my only friend right now. Captain Philip, rest assured, do you have a message of positivity? Last week, you got us. You
I was a
pranked us
little bit
last
of a
week.
jokester last
good.
week.
A little bit of a prankster.
I heard
buddy.
it.
I
all
was.
about it.
I was a prankster.
You got me.
You were listening. You were listening. You listened last
listened
week.
to
And
it.
at first, you were
Oh,
like,
man.
"He's going to be positive, like he always is." And
He wasn't that.
derailed you guys. Yeah. So spring has sprung. This is the time where you know the winter. It gets your house stale. It just kind of smells stale.
Yes.
Open up those windows. Stand there in the sun, just like your puppies and your cats do. You know, lay there in the sun. If you want to look, you know, lay there in the sun, and make an effort to be in the sun as much as it's healthily possible. You know, don't go out so much you get cancer, but don't just go out and just like feel the vitamin D. Like feel it. If you stop, like the other day we were at work and it's been so cold and windy and stuff. And the other day, actually it was my birthday. It was kind of cloudy and rainy and cold at first, but when I woke up from my nap, I saw the sun out.
Birds
and the
are chirping.
first thing I did, I grabbed a cigarette and I went out in that backyard and I just sat there for a minute and just felt the warmth on my face. Feel the warmth on your face. Back up from that fire, but feel the warmth on your face. That's all I got, my friend.
That's all you got? I think that's pretty well said.
So positive.
I just sent you the link for next episode. Solar Man.
Can we start doing that as part of the process?
If you remind me, I will absolutely.
I have to remind you?
Is it the right Solar Man?
Hey. You beat me. God, you're cool. You know what? She's good.
She's fine. This pilot may have been rough.
Is she your favorite sibling?
She's my favorite sister, but it's always a smooth flight here
I'll
on
take
Couch
it.
Pilots. Thanks, everyone.
On behalf of Couch Pilots and the entire crew, we'd like to thank you for joining us on this trip, and we are looking forward to seeing you on board again in the near future. Have a nice day.